What is up, you guys? It's your boy Pretty Boy Floyd, and in today's video I'm going to be addressing a question that I think a lot of people of color have difficulty with. It is oily skin. I mean, I'm sure lighter complected people do have this problem, but I think it's more prevalent in darker skinned people, and that's oily skin. A lot of times, I mean, I think our whole face kind of gets oily. You know, our forehead looks a little shiny, and it's kind of hard to control that. I think as I've gotten older, actually the oil has calmed down like a lot. I remember in middle school and in high school I used to go to the bathroom, not to go to the bathroom, but literally to take a paper towel and dab my face in order to make it look matte again. Like, I know what a lot of you guys are going through. I mean, it does look good to have a moisturized face, but when it looks oily, it does not look good. So I definitely understand where a lot of you guys are coming from, and I definitely understand why I get asked this question. And I'm going to tell you guys what I did in those days in order to control my oily skin, and also what I'm doing right now in order to control my oily skin. So let's go into the first tip. The first tip is to use oil absorbent sheets. Now, Clean and Clear has one, and I used to use these all the time in middle school and high school. I think in between periods I would use them, and it would help out the oiliness for a little bit. It wouldn't help all day. I would have to go to the bathroom, or maybe like twice a day I would have to use these oil blotting sheets, and they would help. Definitely, I think now in my 20s, using the oil absorbent sheets, I think they would definitely help now. But I think back then, like, my skin was extremely oily, so it was kind of hard to control. And I'm about to get into some ways that you can control like extremely oily skin when it gets to that point. I definitely think it was like a puberty thing and an adolescent thing to have excessive oil on the skin and have your skin produce that much oil that like you have to go to the bathroom and dab it off your nose and your forehead. I mean, that's usually the place where it accumulates the most. It's like the nose, forehead, even the cheek area, and sometimes on the chin a little bit. So yeah, what am I trying to tell you guys? So if your skin is extremely oily and you have to use those oil absorbent sheets multiple times a day, or you have to use paper towels multiple times a day, what you can invest in is a translucent powder. Now, I know I've talked about this before on my channel, and I know a lot of you guys are like, you know, maybe you think that that's makeup, or like you guys aren't into makeup, but I promise you it doesn't look like makeup. There's no color to it. It's literally translucent powder. Translucent means see-through. I mean, but using that powder will control your oiliness. Literally all you take is a powder brush and a translucent powder and put it all over your face. There's some good drugstore translucent powders. I'm not telling you to get the most expensive one. I definitely think going to the drugstore, just get a translucent powder from e.l.f. The one that I use is Airspun translucent powder. That one does have a slight color to it, but like I said, it's like undetectable. Like, nobody's gonna think that you have on makeup or anything like that. It's, now, to be honest with you guys, I have not gotten any like high-end translucent powders to try out. I've always tried drugstore translucent powders and it worked just fine. I never saw a need to go to Sephora or an Ulta in order to get a translucent powder. I mean, I always stick to the Airspun translucent powder, but also I've tried e.l.f. translucent powder and it's worked fine, and it's helped my oily skin stay under control for hours. So another thing that would help control the oil, I would assume that you guys wash your face if you're concerned with oiliness. So I guess I should maybe dial it back a little bit. Make sure that you are cleansing your face twice a day, and make sure that it's not like a drying cleanser. A lot of us make the mistake of buying like a oil control cleanser, which in turn, like, it might make your face look like matte for like maybe like an hour or two, but after that, like, the oil comes back, and I mean, it's just back at its original level. I'm not saying to stay away from oil controlling cleansers. You can still use that, but definitely play around with cleansers. See which one works best for your oily skin. I know for me, Dr. Bronner's cleanser has worked wonders for me, and I think that that's like the best cleanser for me for my face. The cleanser that I used is Dr. Bronner's Tea Tree Oil Cleanser. You'll definitely notice it definitely controls the oil, and I mean it's just a good cleanser overall for breakouts. And like I said, I haven't dealt with oily skin in a while, and I definitely think it's because of me switching around my routine, playing around with cleansers and stuff like that. Because I remember I used to use Cetaphil, and Cetaphil has always been recommended. Even when you go to a dermatologist, they'll recommend Cetaphil. But for me, Cetaphil doesn't really work for me. Cetaphil is like, sometimes I get breakouts from using Cetaphil. But with the Dr. Bronner's Tea Tree Oil, I don't. So I found the right cleanser for me. Maybe it might work for you guys. I'll leave that in the description down below. Dr. Bronner's Tea Tree Oil. You can get it at Amazon. Invest in a good cleanser. Cleanse your face twice a day. Next thing is to moisturize. Now, of course, I know a lot of you are like, I'm not gonna moisturize my skin because it's gonna get oilier. But you have to moisturize your skin, because if you don't moisturize your skin, then your skin is gonna start producing moisture, and that moisture is gonna be oil. So put on moisturizer. I'm not telling you to put on a lot. I'm talking about like literally a pea size amount, like literally like the minimal effective dosage, like just a little bit, maybe just like one pump, a pea. Just find a fucking a pea, and you know it's like this big. Like literally, that's how much. Just put it on your finger. That's it. And just go boop, 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 boop. Just do that. Just do that maneuver, and that's it. Just use the minimal amount of moisturizer that can cover your face. And after that, use the translucent powder, and you're good, man. And I know that I didn't give you guys like a full skincare routine or whatever, but you know what I mean. Like cleanse, moisturize, and then after you moisturize, put on the translucent powder. And of course, you can add into that routine whatever you see fit. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own, you know, different stuff of what they want and what they need, so add into it as you would like. I would stay away from serums in the daytime. I would leave serums for the nighttime. I wouldn't apply those during the day unless your doctor tells you to. Serums can make your skin more oily, or it's so hard to say those two words together. More oily, more oily, more oily, or more oily. Yeah, serums for the nighttime. Just keep the daytime skincare very basic. At nighttime, who cares if you look like a glazed donut? You can put on as many products as you want to at nighttime. That's it for this video, you guys. I think that's everything that I have to say about controlling oily skin. I think oily is just like a very weird word to say. So that's it for this video, guys. I think that's all I had to say about oily skin. If you have any other tips, suggestions, anything like that, please leave them down in the comments below. That's all the tips I have for you guys. I know that it's not many, but I know that they are helpful, and I know that they helped me out. If you guys have any other tips or suggestions, leave them down below so that other people can see them and we can build on this topic and help each other out. So that is it for this video. Peace.